Hello everyone, welcome to this amazing journey of finding wisdom within. Sadhguru is a yogi, mystic and visionary. Named one of India's 50 most influential people, Sadhguru's work has touched the lives of millions worldwide through his transformational programs. Sadhguru has a unique ability to make the ancient yogic sciences relevant to contemporary minds. He is an internationally renowned speaker and author of the New York Times bestseller, Inner Engineering. He is regularly invited to speak at leading educational institutions, including Harvard, Yale, Oxford, Stanford, Wharton, and MIT. Sadhguru is dedicated to the physical, mental, and spiritual well-being of humanity. He possesses a perspective on life and living that never fails to intrigue, challenge, and surprise all those he encounters. Here, Sadhguru's take on becoming Buddha. A person who grows on the spiritual path cannot ignore Gautama because his presence has become so dominant. In his own lifetime, he had 40,000 monks who went out to spread the spiritual process. In his own silent way, he changed the world forever. He has been one of the greatest spiritual waves on the planet. Buddha Purnima has always been significant in the yogic culture and was always a very auspicious day in any spiritual aspirant's life. But today, in commemoration of Gautama Buddha, we named it after him. On that full moon evening over 2,500 years ago, a man blossomed into a being. Though people generally associate the word Buddha with Gautama, he's not the only Buddha. There have been thousands of Buddhas on this planet, and there still are. Bu means buddhi, or the intellect. One who is above his intellect, one who is no longer a part of his mind, is a Buddha. The mind is a phenomenal thing, but if you get stuck to it, it will take you for a ride endlessly. If you are in the mind, you are a non-stop suffering human being. You cannot help it. Suffering is inevitable. Maybe when you're watching the sunset, it is so beautiful that you forget everything, but your suffering is sitting right behind you like a tail. The moment you look back, it is right there. What you call as my happiness are those moments when you forgot your suffering. As long as you are in the mind, fears, anxieties, and struggles are inevitable. That is the nature of the mind. The process of yoga is to see how to go beyond the mind. Only when you are beyond the mind can you really be yourself. It is because people are unable to bear the torture of the mind that they have devised many ways in society to go below the mind. Excessive eating, alcohol, excessive indulgence in physical pleasures, these are all ways to go below the mind. People use them, and for a few moments they forget the torture. You hit the bottle and sleep. For a few hours, your mind does not bother you anymore, because you have gone below the mind. There is great pleasure, and it is so relaxing because suddenly the tortures of your mind are not there. So you get deeply addicted to it. But the nature of the evolutionary process is such that this being which was below the mind has right now evolved into the mind. If it wants to become free, it has to go beyond the mind. There is no such thing as going back. If by using a chemical you go below the mind, you will see life always catches up with you with more intensity after that is over. It is always so. Suffering intensifies. The process of yoga is to see how to go beyond the mind. Only when you're beyond the mind can you really be yourself.